guys, my name is Alex and welcome to another Wynonna Earp recap video where I recap the most recent episode of Wynonna Earp. So today I'm going to be recapping episode 209. I do want to start off this video saying there will be spoilers in this video. So if you guys haven't seen the most recent episode, watch that first before you watch this. Also, I will be talking about promos, I will be talking about trailers, and I will be talking about potential future theories. So if you guys do not want those kind of spoilers either, I'd probably suggest not sticking around for this video either, because I've got a lot of theories that I need to talk about, and I'm getting really freaking excited for them. So with that being said, let's get into this video. So to start off this video, we're going to start on some things that has been going through Twitter just like crazy. I was very nervous and it took me a while to make this video because of these issues that have been raised on Twitter. People are mad. People are really, really mad. What I'm talking about, of course, is the kiss between Waverly and Rosita. So there's two sides that I want to talk about this in regards to my personal opinion. First of all, I want to talk about cheating storylines in general. For me, I don't really have an issue with cheating storylines. I don't really care about this cheating storyline just as much as I don't really care about the cheating storyline in the bold type. Cheating storylines in general, I don't really have an issue with. I don't love them, obviously. I don't know anyone that does love them. I think, you know, they're overused. I think they're not very original, and I think most of the time they're unnecessary, but I don't have a real hatred for them, if that makes sense. Like, it's not something that's going to what's the word, like, it's not something that's going to shut me off from a show. If there's a cheating storyline in the show, it's not going to end the show for me. So with that part being said, Waverly, you fucked up. So of course, as a WAYHAUGHT shipper, come on! I mean, Waverly, you fucked up big time. First of all, with that text was awful. That text was awful. And second of all, also with the kiss, that was just so dumb. So dumb. And yes, we all know what Nicole did in the previous episode was also so freaking dumb. They're both being really dumb. They are just, they're frustrating me. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Waverly regretted it instantly, the kiss. Obviously, there's not going to be a continuation with Waverly cheating. I think that's pretty obvious. Just in turn, Nicole obviously showed some regret and for her lying and of the DNA test. Honestly, WAYHAUGHT in general, like, just fucking suck at communications. They're just not doing it this season. Oh, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Like that scene where Beth was in, like, sort of fainted and then she woke up, Waverly was there, Nicole comes in. That scene was so frustrating as well to watch. There's just so many, what's the word? Is it like what, double standards, I guess you could say, on both sides? Like, both Nicole and Waverly have got, like, I don't know, they didn't make sense. So first of all, like, Beth being creepy as fuck is like talking about how, you know, in his own way, Tucker loved Waverly and Nicole, you know, being Waverly's girlfriend, should understand that, you know, because she loves Waverly. And then Nicole turns around and says, love is no excuse for, you know, what he did. There's like, love is no excuse for that. But that's like a total flip to, you know, what she did with the DNA test, how she said, you know, I did that because I love you. But apparently love is no excuse. Ah! And in turn, Waverly did like the exact same thing. Like when Beth left, she was like pissing at Nicole because she's like, you know, sometimes like lying is a kindness. And then Nicole's like, I tried that and it didn't work. Obviously, like, you're pissed at me for doing that exact thing. Oh my God, that was so frustrating. I was just like, what is happening with you two? Come on. So, WAYHAUGHT, there is a lot of drama. Like I said, it's frustrating as fuck to watch, but I I am living for the drama. I'm not gonna lie. I must hate myself, but like angst, I'm just like, I'm enjoying the angst. As frustrating as it is to watch, I'm enjoying it. I will have to say, in regards to back to the kiss, back to the cheating storyline, I will have to say, I will have a bit of an issue with it if they don't, I guess, flesh it out a bit more. I'm a bit worried considering how many episodes are left that it's not going to have, I guess, a consequence, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like the finale and the big conclusion of this season is going to overshadow this cheating storyline. It's just not going to get resolved and it's almost going to be forgotten. That's what I fear, and I would be really, 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 really disappointed if that happened. I want there to be a consequence for this cheating. I want there to be, you know, a discussion and on both parts. I just, you know, I need it to be fleshed out more. Yeah, that's my thoughts on the cheating and sort of the way hot of this episode. All right, let's get on to sort of Doc and sort of Winona this episode. So creepiest fucking thing this season, I would say, that painting slash doll, I hated it so much. But so this episode is in regards to Doc and Winona, is them sort of battling it out almost in regards to his ring. But in as an overview, Winona's like, there's all these demons attacking you because they're attracted to the seal, which happens to be your ring. Which is why he's got like a scratch on him because demons were attracted to him. Why the doll showed up, is attracted to the ring. I believe the guy at the antique store, I think, was like the master of the doll painting, right? I would assume so. I don't know if he's dead, like Winona killing the doll slash the painting. I don't know if that killed him. I doubt it. I don't know if we'll actually see him again though. But yeah, so Doc has seen a high number of demon attacks on himself personally because things are just attracted to his ring and they want to, they're gravitating to his ring. Winona has a plan though. Winona wants to break the seal, break the ring, and release Demon Clutie from his grave, from his tomb. It sounds like a bad idea, but I suppose it's a good and a bad idea, right? So her plan is to release Demon Clutie and then kill him for good again, right? So actually get rid of him, which would mean breaking the curse, which would mean, you know, she wouldn't have to kill all 77 revenants in the one lifetime to break the curse. She would just have to kill Demon Clutie. I guess my question for that theory, I guess, is what happens to the revenants after she kills Clutie and this curse? Do they just die instantly, like all of them? Or are they like not cursed and then they continue to live their current lifetime and then they die and then that's it? I say this because, as we know, we've been introduced to a couple revenants this season, which I would be sad if they were gone for good. One of them is actually Bobo. I don't know. He's like, I kind of want him around. I want him to stick around for a little bit, to be honest. We didn't get him this episode, but I'm assuming he's gonna pop up at some point, obviously, because we've only got 3 episodes left, and he's connected to this Clutie storyline. He was the owner of one of the seals, so he's obviously not gonna be on the side of the Widows or Demon Clutie. So maybe he ends up siding with the Earps, and we know that he's protective of Waverly, so maybe we see an alliance between them and him. That would be really interesting to see. Winona did mention though later in the episode that even though she is planning on breaking the seal, she isn't planning on breaking the seal before she gives birth. But I feel like that plan's probably not gonna come to fruition. Like, I feel like the seal's gonna break before she gives birth. I'm assuming in my own, like, timeline in my head, Winona gives birth at the end of the season, like the season finale, but I feel like the seal's gonna break before that. So yeah, I guess Winona's plan is to not break it before her birth, but I don't think that's actually going to come to fruition. I think it's going to happen earlier. Alright, let's talk about Rosita for a second, or Tucker and Rosita, because they had some storylines woven in with Waverly there, as we talked about at the start, but I want to talk about, I guess, them more individually than the kiss. So, at the start of the episode, we see Tucker died. He was burnt alive. I was not convinced at all that he was dead at that point. Turns out those feelings were correct. There's no way that he was going to die that easily, right? He just faked his death. He caught a ride with someone and I guess killed him and then put his sort of like identifying markers on that person so people would think that he's dead. But he's not, and he went off to stalk Waverly some more, as he does. So he ends up seeing Waverly and Rosita kissing. And obviously we know his feelings on this. So the logical reasoning for him is to kill her. He kills Rosita. I was freaking out when this happened. I was so mad. I was like, no, Rosita is my baby. I love her. So yeah, he kills her apparently because she's corrupting Waverly. I hate Tucker so much. But that doesn't last for very long. While Tucker's trying to take Waverly away, try and kidnap her, Rosita pops up behind him and knocks him out with a glass bottle. Huzzah! Huzzah! What was that again? But we find out then that Rosita is a revenant. Mind blown. Honestly, I've been seeing a lot of people like on Twitter and Tumblr and stuff like that and on YouTube being like, I totally saw that coming. Apparently I was the only one that didn't see this coming. I was so shocked when she turned out to be a revenant. I was like, what? I kind of love it though. I love it. So she's obviously the other revenant that I don't want to die. So I'm hoping once the curse breaks, revenants don't just disappear. But, you know, there are a lot of bad revenants out there. So I just so many mixed feels. But we got to know a bit more about Rosita this episode. She has 2 PhDs and a online certificate. She's a smart cookie. Oh, she used her time, her time on Earth where she dies and then comes back to life. Though I feel like she probably didn't die too many times. Like I feel like she's been great at staying under the radar. So I can't imagine her dying too many times by the Earps. But she's been spending her time on Earth just kicking ass and taking names, you know? Like, killing it. She's been studying. She's like, I just love her. And she wasn't necessarily like a bad person either when she died. She just was in like a bad place, like wrong place at the wrong time, you know? She was apparently dating this guy where she was giving him some space, so she went and dated this other guy who just happened to be on Wyatt's shit list, so she just got caught in the crosshairs of their rift. Which, oh, my heart, like, she got screwed over, but, like, she didn't let that stop her. My feels for Rosita this episode. Yeah, I loved Rosita this episode, and she's totally, like, a WAYHAUGHT shipper as well. Like, she was, like, telling Waverly that she needs to, you know, make it right with Nicole. Like, you need to just do it. So Waverly also confines in Rosita and is like, I think I'm part revenant as well. So there's that. So back over to Tucker. He wakes up, I guess, and starts wandering, trying to look for Waverly again. Oh, Christ. Runs into Beth, one of the widows. And he again mentions that Waverly is his angel. Everyone is calling Waverly their angel, and oh my god, we're gonna get into Waverly theories at the end of this video. I have some theories. But yeah, so Tucker's like, she's my angel, and then Beth says she is special. So like, obviously the widows, when they're coming in, their sole purpose was to break the seals and release Demon Clutie. But I think spending time on Earth and stuff like that, and learning from mistakes of underestimating the Earpers, I think they're now only realizing, like, you know, obviously how powerful Peacemaker is, how powerful Wynonna Earp is, and now they're, I guess, sensing something more powerful in Waverly. Yes. But then Beth, like, paralyzes Tucker and, like, munches into his wrist. I'm assuming he dies for good here? Honestly, though, I have a bit of an issue if that is him dead. Like, if he's dead for good, I have an issue with this. Not an issue with Tucker dying specifically because I'm happy for him to die any day of the week. My issue comes with, it's been like teased, I guess, or talked about how Tucker was someone that Nicole was intertwined with, I guess. Like, that was Nicole's evil. That was Nicole's, I guess, bad guy for the season. And really, at the end of the day, it wasn't. Like, Nicole, I guess, butted heads with him, but at the end of the day, if he is officially dead now, their storylines didn't really merge, I guess, except for the fact that Tucker was in love with Waverly, like, fucked up love, and Nicole hated him. Other than that, they didn't really have, like, there wasn't really any other story to that. And I was really hoping that you know, Nicole would be the one to, like, this would be Nicole's story. Like, Tucker would be a part of Nicole's story, like her taking him down, because he is human and she's, like, you know, on the human side of the law enforcement, right? I don't want Tucker to be dead just purely because it's supposed to be Nicole's bad guy. Anyway, moving on. Still talking about Nicole though. Nicole and the widow. So, Mercedes' widow. She finds, I guess, is shown where the third seal is, I guess. But we see her rocking up at the end of the episode at Nicole's door. Oh, Nicole. So I guess that raises the question, what is she doing there? What does she want? What does Nicole have that she wants? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about, like, promos and spoilers from trailers and stuff like that if you guys are not into those, and I'm going to be talking about theories from now on, so just a heads up. Alright, my thoughts on why the widow is at Nicole's place. My thoughts are, the widow, as we can see, Mercedes' face is deteriorating on the widow. It's not, I guess, connecting with her. I'm assuming she's been, like, it's because of the bullet wound from Peacemaker. And I personally think that she's trying to switch bodies, switch faces. And I think Nicole is a good in on that gang. And is not necessarily, like, she's sort of like an outsider, but she also has an in, if that makes sense. So I think Nicole would be probably, like, the best person to take their identity, right? But we also have seen in promos and trailers and stuff like that, so we see the widow attacking Nicole. We also see Waverly, heading over to Nicole's place and fighting the widow at Nicole's place. So I feel like a couple things could happen in this point. Waverly arrives just in time, beats up the widow and saves Nicole. Or Waverly arrives at Nicole's house, Nicole's not there, but the widow is, and she fights the widow there. I personally think Nicole's not going to be there when Waverly shows up. Purely because I feel like this next episode is going to be trying to find Nicole. Like, the gang is trying to find Nicole. So I think the widow magically takes her somewhere, I guess. I don't know how she does that. I don't think, in the promo we see a lot of hospital scenes. I don't think it's Nicole at the hospital. Like I said, I think Nicole is going to be missing this episode. I think the person at the hospital is actually, like, the real Mercedes. As we know, Dolls found the real Mercedes at the house when he was, like, searching for the widows. So I'm assuming he takes the real Mercedes to the hospital then. So yeah, I think Waverly doesn't find Nicole at her house, beats up the widow, gets out of it alive, heads to the hospital at some point and tells the gang that Nicole's missing, and then they go on this massive search for Nicole. We also see that Needley has been captured by the widow. So I'm guessing that Needley and Nicole will be in the same place. I also think Nicole is going to be in sort of like a sleep, a coma, a sort of injured state, because also in the San Diego trailer, we see, like, this it looks like a dream sequence of Nicole and Waverly. They're very, very happy and it looks very glowy and dreamy. Also, Waverly's wearing a Shorty's t-shirt, which she has not worn this season. She doesn't work at Shorty, so it makes sense that would be a dream sequence. So I feel like that's probably going to happen next episode, with Nicole sort of being out of it a bit. From the synopsis that we've seen, there have been people worried about Nicole's health. I'm personally not worried about Nicole dying at all. I really don't think, like, that's gonna happen. I think Needley might be in trouble. I think Needley is in seriously trouble. Right? I'm terrified for Needley because I love Needley so much and I need him to be okay. Alright, on to some other theories. talking about Waverly theories because she's the biggest theory of this season, right? Alright, so if you guys have been watching my recap videos, I've had many theories about Waverly. Most recent theory was that she was half Revenant. I believed that her mum and Winona's mum are the same. So technically Winona and Waverly are related. Waverly was not an Earp though. I believed the mum had slept with a Revenant and got pregnant because there was been a lot of hints towards that. Right now, I don't think that is the case at all. I don't think Waverly is half Revenant, and I don't think Winona's baby is half Revenant. In my mind, Winona's baby is Doc's until proven otherwise, and I don't think Waverly is half Revenant either. Here's my theories. Okay, so this is a very new theory, and it comes from the Purgatory case file. So if you guys have been following that, honestly, I haven't been following it too closely. I always get distracted by like the Waverly and Nicole video chats and their conversations and stuff like that. I always get distracted by that, so I haven't really been paying a close attention, but the most recent sort of activity on it piqued my interest. So Nicole is talking to Dolls about someone called Baron Samedi. I've seen some people nervous because Dolls replies he is the Lao, is it? The Lao of Resurrection. People, as they have been since Wynonna Earp started and Nicole has been introduced, people have been worried that Nicole dies and this Baron resurrects her. I don't think that's the case at all. My personal theory is that Baron is Waverly's dad. I still believe Waverly and Winona share the same mother. I think Baron is Waverly's dad though. So, what does that mean? What does that mean? Let's talk about this. That means she's not half Revenant. It would mean that she is half deity, maybe angel, goddess of some kind. So, Baron has been called either a demon or a god, depending on your viewpoint of things. He's the Lao, again, I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, but he's the Lao of sex, death, and resurrection. So what does that mean? That means he can cure any mortal diseases or wounds. It means if he refuses to dig someone's grave, they're not dying. He is the person that chooses who dies. If he doesn't want someone to die, they're not dying. He is also a promiscuous person, I guess. He has a wife, but he does like to shack it up with mortal women, which is why I think that's the connection to Waverly's mum. So if he's demon / god, depending on what kind of point of view you have, that means Waverly is like part deity, angel, god, demon of some kind. And that has all sort of been, I guess, talked about around Waverly, and it's been talked about in different viewpoints depending on the people, right? What does this mean? If this is correct, this is going to be like another season 1 finale. Do you remember in season 1 finale how Nicole got shot and we all freaked out, but Emily sort of like just destroyed the barrier games trope with having Nicole in a bulletproof vest so she didn't die, right? That's what happened season 1. If this is true, I can see, you know, Emily doing the same for like a season 2 finale where, you know, Waverly, I guess, is in a serious situation, but she's literally created a queer female character that cannot die. Baron, her dad, I can't imagine him letting her die in any situation, so like, if he doesn't dig her grave, she's not dying. She is immortal. If this is the case, Emily has created an immortal queer character. I am freaking out. Also, if Willa had somehow found out about this, it would make sense why she always tried to kill her, I guess. Testing her mortality. You know, she somehow found out that Waverly possibly was immortal, so she was just testing that theory when she was younger. Fucked up, but like... Also, this could mean Waverly possibly has powers that she doesn't quite know of. Could mean healing powers. I don't know. Again, these are all just theories, but I'm freaking out about this possibility. Again, people have been freaking out about Nicole's well-being for this season, but I don't think, I think the whole sort of cliffhanger is going to be Waverly's well-being, and it turns out her actually being immortal, right? How crazy would that be? Yeah, I don't know. I spent all day thinking about this and I'm so excited. I could be like completely missing the mark, but I'm keen for this. Alright, I think that's my recap video. I think I touched on everything that I wanted to touch on. Yeah, I think so. I would like to know your thoughts on this episode. I'd like to know your thoughts on theories and spoilers and just all sorts of things. Yeah, comment in the comment section below. But that's about it from me. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.
I can buy you anything. Maybe some more modest skirts. Your hemline's been creeping up over the years.
Yes!
Wrong, douchebag. If a girl wants to flash some thigh, ain't no one's business but her own. Your life. Funny thing about being a revenant. It's really hard to get dead.
Command wherever you are. When my husband rises, he will rule with